These are shots from Madrid's first training session under the guidance of the new head coach. Xabi Alonso arrived at the club's training ground 3 hours before the session began and on his first day spent 10 hours and 30 minutes there. At the end of the day, he remarked, "We have a lot of work ahead of us." Only some of the first team players attended the session. Vázquez, Fran, Ceballos, Rodrigo and Asensio took part in the full program, while Carvajal, Brahim, Militao, Alaba, Courtois and Fede participated only partially. It is worth noting that academy players were also brought in for the training. And one more important detail. Look, Xabi Alonso is in such great shape that he is able to fully participate in training sessions as a player. Journalist Rodro closely followed Xabi Alonso's move from Leverkusen to Madrid. And here are his first impressions. The first thing I heard about his training in Madrid was that there was a lot of intensity. And this doesn't surprise us at all, because Xabi Alonso is well known for his demands, building the game through high pressing, positional discipline and proactive football. And as we can see from his very first days in Madrid, he got straight to work and immediately began instilling his philosophy of intense football. By the way, not just on the football pitch. During the week I spent in Leverkusen alongside Xabi, what struck me most was the energy he radiates during training sessions, at press conferences and in personal interactions. Meanwhile, the Spanish newspaper Marca conducted an investigation to try to understand what ideas Xabi Alonso will bring to Madrid. The tactical formation, as we've discussed many times on this channel, check out the other videos after this one, will remain the same, the classic 4-3-3. But what will change? The style of play. Carlo relied on chaos, counterattacks and adaptability. Alonso prefers proactive, controlled football. He focuses on clean attacking build-up, advancing through the center and well-rehearsed team connections, rejecting excessive player freedom in favor of precision and structure. One of the changes, and the most important one, is pressing. With Alonso, pressing is systematic, built on high pressure, control of the center of the pitch and forcing the opponent to play on the flanks where defenders can engage in duels. To implement his ideas, Alonso plans to get 2 players back into top form. First and foremost, that's Rodrigo, who will be valuable in terms of pressing, and Xabi Alonso is also counting heavily on Camavinga. He wants Camavinga and his physical strengths to fit perfectly into the new pressing system. But do you know what surprised Madrid fans the most on Xabi Alonso's first day of training? The club published this photo of the coach and his assistants in the tactical room at the training base, and for the first time, it turns out the fans saw our team's tactical room. And this sparked a whole series of comments and, of course, humor and irony. Before, there were only PlayStations, beanbags, and a dry ball pit in there. Madrid has tactics. I thought we just dribble and shoot. Our motto was, we must suffer and keep suffering. No strategy, just vibes. Honestly, I never saw this room when Carlo and his staff were here. If you also have never seen the tactical room in Madrid, please let us know in the comments. And also, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Now, let's briefly talk about Xabi Alonso's assistants. This is the first assistant, Sebas Parrilla. They work together at Bayer and have known each other for a long time. This is Ismael Comenforte. He is the head fitness coach, and this is our legend, Antonio Pintus. But now he remains at the club in other secondary roles, and Luis Lopez will be working with the goalkeepers. By the way, speaking of goalkeepers, Thibaut Courtois is recovering while Lunin's future is still unknown. At the very least, we know that he told his teammates inside the team, inside Madrid, that he would like to continue playing for Madrid, but at the same time his agents are constantly waiting for offers. If any club wants to buy Lunin, he will most likely agree. But what is known at the moment is that Lunin will go to the upcoming Club World Cup, and while Courtois is recovering, he will be part of the starting lineup. And let me remind you that you can find the full schedule of Club World Cup matches featuring Madrid in the Tribuna app. There's actually a great match center there, so you can know absolutely everything about your favorite team and players, as well as follow matches online if you can't watch the broadcast. Be sure to download it. I'll leave the link in the pinned comment. The Club World Cup is coming up very soon, and for us it's a big event under the leadership of the new head coach. We will be paying a lot of attention to these Madrid matches. And of course, we continue to receive transfer news. And first of all, let's focus on Alaba, because this is important. On Monday, Xabi Alonso had an honest conversation with the defender and shared his vision, namely that he is not counting on Alaba for the new season. Basically, we are not counting on you. If you want to stay, you'll just be one of the squad players. That was more or less the message conveyed from the coach to the player. Alonso does not intend to push Alaba out of the club, but he cannot guarantee him playing time. At the same time, the club's management has already given the green light for Alaba to start looking for a new team. However, Alaba can still stay, because he has a valid contract until 2026, and that will be the player's decision. Of course, he has a high salary, and given his current condition, no other club is likely to offer him such a large salary right now. That's why it's quite possible that Alaba will stay in Madrid until the end of his contract. And there's also an interesting insider update about Guler. Xabi Alonso wants to turn him into a central midfielder, meaning to move him from the wing to the center of the pitch, which is especially relevant with Luka Modric's departure. Field vision, a soft first touch, and the ability to set the tempotes are the qualities Xabi Alonso likes, and they fit well with his tactical ideas. After Modric's departure, it's clear that we need another player in the center of the pitch. But this is just speculation, because there's a transfer rumor that could become the real bombshell of this summer, and Guler's plans to play more in Madrid might, let's say, be significantly adjusted. Because according to Marca, Martin Zubimendi has blocked his move to London's Arsenal and is now waiting for a call from Madrid. Let me remind you that Zubimendi and Xabi Alonso know each other very well. They crossed paths together in Real Sociedad's second team. And for Martin, Xabi was a role model, a reference point, even an idol on the football field. That's why now he would like to work together with Xabi Alonso, and he's waiting for a call from Madrid. Of course, a transfer fee will have to be paid for him, but Xabi Alonso would also like to see Zubimendi in his team. He suits him, and he's a player for the center of the pitch. So if this transfer happens in the very near future, or maybe by the time you're watching this video it's already happened, we're not surprised because we know the whole backstory. So a brief conclusion. So far, I like all the processes that are taking place with the arrival of Xabi Alonso. If you like it too, and what exactly you like, please write in the comments, because I read all the comments. And next, we have the first matches at the Club World Cup ahead of us, which we will be closely following. So don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Sending hugs to all of you here. We support Madrid. Next season, we have many exciting events ahead, which we are already looking forward to. Goodbye. See you soon.